feed.
Perfect. All right. Everybody good? Okay. All right. Good morning. I'm Officer Michael Bullock, Michael, last of Bulllock with the Austin Police Department Public Information Office. So today at approximately 1:42 a.m., officers responded to a gun hotshot call here in the 5800 block of Wellington Drive. Reports had been received of a domestic violence situation occurring at this location wherein a suspect was armed with a handgun and threatening the victim, who was able to contact 911. Upon arriving on scene, officers did locate the victim and were able to safely get them out of the area. As officers were on scene working the incidents, they discovered that the suspect, who was still inside of the apartment, was still armed with a handgun, as well as had an active warrant for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon against a family member. Officers attempted to make contact with the suspect, but he refused to exit the apartment or to speak with officers. As a result, this triggered a SWAT call out, as the subject was refusing to comply with the officers on scene and was armed. Once our SWAT team, along with various other support units, such as our K-9 unit, our hostage negotiators, our robotics unit, and with assistance from Travis County Sheriff's Office, once all those folks were able to get here on scene, they were able to continue to attempt to make contact with the suspect, who was still inside. After some time, they were in fact able to make contact with the suspect inside and get him to exit the residence. Upon exiting, officers were able to safely take the suspect into custody without any major incident, and he is now in our custody. So as of right now, like I said, the victim is uninjured, but the suspect is in custody facing the warrant arrest for the aggravated assault, as well as for any pending charges related specifically to this incident. So we'll still be here for a little while longer, just as we're starting to clear everything out. But as of now, like I said, the suspect is in custody, so we're going to start breaking down our scene out here. I'm sorry, say that again? The victim, I believe, was able to get out of the residence on their own, and then when officers got here, they were still in the immediate area, so we just get them further away so that way there's no chance of any furtherance of violence occurring. Typically on these scenes, we do attempt to evacuate any of the immediate apartments, so that way no one else is at risk. And so we did try to make contact with as many people as we can that were right in the immediate area.
And did they evacuate, and where did they go at?
Whether or not some people do or don't, it's kind of up to them. We can't force most people to leave when they're not involved in the incident specifically. But anytime that we do, if you may have seen, we had a Cat Metro bus that drove by. Oftentimes, especially when it's getting a little cooler, we try to offer some place where people can sit relatively comfortably if we're asking them to leave their home.
Are you able to say what steps were taken to remove the suspect?
In general, like we have all these support units that are here. We obviously don't go into the specifics of our tactics, but we do always attempt to speak with them, and gain voluntary compliance. SWAT is highly trained in special weapons and tactics in order to get people out if they're still refusing to. But our goal is always a peaceful resolution and to get people to come out on their own, which this individual did. They did come out on their own without us having to actually forcibly remove them. I couldn't tell you exactly what time they got here, but it wasn't too long after the initial officers arrived on scene, that it became pretty clear that we were going to need additional resources, just because we need more people here in order to safely get someone out that is armed.
And one more time, just to remind me, that suspect, he was out for a warrant, you said?
Correct. There was an active warrant for his arrest. Any other questions? Cool. All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
I don't want to walk off with your...
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You bet.